Hey everybody, it's Eric from the MMG. Today we're here with Dave from Mythic Studios, and we're taking a look at your battle simulator. It's called Starship
Horizons,
Starship
actually.
Horizons,
Yeah.
thank you. And so this is your second con, is that right?
So in terms of, with this particular experience, yes, we started it this year at Origins. That was kind of our inaugural test experience. And then we're going full bore here at Gencon, so.
It's exciting. So the setup is amazing. I want to say that first.
Oh, thank you.
I love the hardware you got going here
Yeah.
and the different stations. So I was talking earlier, and it looked like each setup could support up to 6 players.
Yes.
That's awesome. And you have how many setups here at Gen Con today?
3 full bridge setups in this year's experience.
That's awesome. So how many different experiences do you bring? Like, would a crew want to come back? Is there enough random elements to a game?
Well, it's not. We certainly have random scenarios, but we also have. This year, we're introducing what's called, a campaign setting. Mm-hmm. So we're offering 4 different missions that are a continuing story. So it's called the Flight of the Eagle, and your cadets fresh out of the academy, and set off on a training cruise. What could possibly go wrong? And so there's 4 different missions for that comprise that entire storyline. And so you're able to actually come back and play Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and finish the story.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I wasn't sure how it all laid out in the campaign.
Yeah.
So I was noticing the cards out there. Mm-hmm. Can you explain a little bit about how the card system works with it?
Sure. So the core experience is Starship Horizons, which is a software simulated 3D world and those kinds of things. But we wanted to do something, frankly, similar to how True Dungeon expands their experience, right? They have tokens that you can acquire and create, a bigger character. Well, in our world, the ship is your character. So what you do is you get together with your crew. You're given an equipment loadout, which is a set of 10 random cards. Those could be things from, cloaking devices or better shields or upgrades for your weapons or new weapons. And then ordnance, like better missiles and mines and things. Anything you're going to upgrade and make your ship better with, right? Mm-hmm. But you're going to sit down with your other crewmates, and that's 6 players with 60 cards to then decide, okay, here's our mission objectives. What do we want to do with our ship? How do we want to load it out? So the ship becomes your character, and you outfit that character to then go on that mission.
I love the idea behind that. So each character can bring up to 10 cards, you said?
Well, they get 10 cards as part of the experience. Okay. But let's say you played yesterday and you have your 10 cards, but then you came back today. Well, you get another 10. So you're building slowly up your own personal arsenal, of equipment that you can acquire over time. And there, of course, with any kind of a hobby like this, there's a collectability aspect where there's common cards, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare, and things of that nature. We had one group earlier today that pulled, everyone at the table pulled an ultra rare, which is...
Oh, wow.
That was crazy, but they were happy.
I was going to say, happy group, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been working and developing this and the whole system, like from the software side? Because I know the game's available on Steam.
Yes.
So how long have you been kind of doing this?
So the germ of the idea, and I'm going to give credit where credit's due, the germ of the idea, I started way back in the 90s, but the technology wasn't there to do, anything like this. So I just kind of put it on the shelf. I was like, neat idea, but just it's not there.
Right.
But in 2012, I played a game called Artemis. Right? Many of us did.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I know Tom, he's a great guy, but in 30 minutes of playing it, I said, I want more. And that's not a knock on Artemis. Artemis is amazing, but I wanted a deeper simulated living universe. And so I went back to my original thoughts on my ideas in the 90s, which was Starship Horizons, about a universe where you actually have planets and star systems and stellar maps and and NPCs that are traveling around and whatnot. A living universe, not an RPG, just a universe where you can have 6 friends get together and play as a starship in this universe, either by themselves or cooperatively with another bridge, or even competitively based on the mission's objectives.
So are these 3 linked? Could
they can?
Play all 3?
They absolutely can be. Here at Gen Con, they are not, but that's not a technical limitation. It's more of a choice for playability.
That is awesome. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
So you could have like a
battle royale,
a giant battle like between all the different stations. That's cool.
I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag. I can tell you that is part of our plans, particularly for events like Gen Con, is to have specifically slotted times where it is all 3 bridges are in the same simulation, and we'll have competitive ones and cooperative ones, where it's all 3 of them working together against this massive foe or this, things like that. But those will be specialized events that are set on the calendar.
I'm seeing Wolf 359 right now in my head. Like we're going to defeat the Borg this time, right?
There you go. Yeah. But isn't that the great thing about it is that you can get together like that, and certainly that experience is available online, but. You can play this online just the same way, but the ability to be in with your friends together and be able to yell and scream at them at the same time, and have that visceral aspect is great. And this technology also allows us, in real time, this captain can hail that captain and put them on screen, on video, just like Star Trek.
That is awesome.
So we built in all that technology, and in this modern Zoom culture, that's a normal thing, right? But it's amazing to me how many people like go, oh, that's so cool, because it's what they see in Star Trek, even though we do it every day, but it's built into the game experience live. It's not having to add in like a Zoom or something like that to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
So what kind of cons are you planning to attend the rest of the year?
So we did Origins. We're here at Gencon Thursday, just getting into the deep end of it here. We will be back at both of those. We're going to be at Gamehole Con. We had a lot of the True Dungeon community that has kind of latched onto what we're doing. It's like, oh, please come to Gamehole Con. So we said, you know what, sounds great. So we'll be there. We'll be at right now. That's our big events for this calendar year. But in beginning of January, we'll be at MagFest in Washington D.C. And then again, and then repeat. We are looking at some other events and trying to get some West Coast events out there as well.
Excellent.
And so that's all kind of up in the air, but those 4 we know will be at as a regular rotating schedule.
Excellent.
And then each year we will be introducing new stories, continuing the world building of this universe and new storylines. But the Flight of the Eagle campaign, which is kind of that cadet campaign, we're going to keep around.
Right.
So new players that find out about Horizons next year or the year after aren't left behind. They can play the original chapters and catch up.
That's awesome.
Right? We're being very conscious about that because not everybody's going to know about it this year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when I found out about it, I was super excited. Huge fan of Artemis, like you said, and Star Trek fan. So of course, everything you're talking about is lighting me up and making me excited. Yeah. So, last question for you, really.
Sure.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Why not both?
I love it. That is the answer I love to hear right there.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you, I was born in 1971. I watched Star Trek reruns, and then Star Wars came out, and I was a Star Wars kid. I still have all of my original stuff in there. I have my Death Star, my AT-AT, all that stuff. But then I'm a Wrath of Khan guy too, man. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Yeah. That's chef's kiss. In terms of just that. The Horatio Hornblower naval combat in space stuff. So I'm a fan of both. I don't believe in taking sides.
That's awesome. Well, hey, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
All right, everybody. That wrapped up our interview with Dave from Starship Horizons. That was live at Gen Con 22. Give a shout out to them for letting us set up in their, one of their bridges and doing that interview. We were going to actually experience the game one of the days at Gen Con, but it sold out super quick. Once word of mouth got out, it just sold out quickly and we couldn't get in. So unfortunate, but we're definitely going to try to hit it up next Gen Con so we can experience it one-on-one with ourselves. Don't forget the game is available on Steam if you want to buy it there. I shared the Steam page earlier in the video. Just look for Starship Horizons to find it. This is their website, Starship Horizons Bridge Simulator. Don't forget to go there. You can follow the game from there, see what cons they're going to be at, and all their immediate content is there. Thank you for watching our video. We appreciate your support. Thumbs up the video and subscribe for more content. Have yourself a great day.